Network marketing, prospecting tips, how to hit the top ranks of your company, how to build a team in a massive organization when I realized that that can be so hard for many people that join network marketing. And so what I have for you is I've got a video that gives you my 4 tips on how I have recruited over hundreds of people into my network marketing business, have hit the top ranks in my company. I'm gonna give you my 4 strategies that I use that have helped me build to the top. And hey, if we're just meeting, my name is Julie Reynolds and I help network marketers brand themselves through video and bring their business online. In this channel, I give you weekly tips, so make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications so that you never miss out. I understand that prospecting can be so hard for so many in network marketing, right? And part of the tips that I have for you before I even get started, what I want you to realize that if somebody wants to join your team or they don't want to join your team, that it's not a personal thing. A lot of it is about timing, and we're going to be talking about that in a little bit with one of my tips that I have for you. So make sure that you stay towards the end so that you can hear the differences of timing and how that plays a role in growing in your organization. All right, so tip number 1 that I have for you is when you are prospecting, you need to make sure that you are making it about them and not about you. Too many times I see people when they're just getting started and they're not leaders in their company, they're making it about them, right? When you're asking somebody to join your team, I want you to really shift your mindset over there, and I want you to think about the difference that you can make in their life, right? And how you are able to solve their problems, whether that be financial problems, whether that mean time freedom, whether that means giving them some sort of, organization that they can be a part of or some sort of community that they can be a part of. I want you to make it about them and not about your business and about you hitting the next ranks. And when you change that mindset shift, amazing things happen. And it's when I started to realize that I have a problem that I can help people solve. And so when I approached them with this, I had posture because I knew that I could solve their problem for them. And it wasn't about me, it was about solving their problems. Now, the tip number 2 kind of leads into that, and that is to listen to pain points. When you're having a conversation, I want you to make it, again, about them, but I want you to listen to the pain points. A lot of times when you're talking to somebody, you hear pain points. People love to talk about themselves, and they love to share their struggles, and they love to share their successes. And when you hear those struggles, if you genuinely feel that you can solve their problem, for instance, they want to, be able to send their kids to summer camp, or they, money is tight right now, or they just wish that they could be home with their child, or they wish that they had some more freedom in their schedule and more flexibility. Guess what? I'm hearing problems, and I can solve those problems. I can make it about them and not about me, and I can help them solve that problem that they have. And that's when you are turning into a really good listener. So one of the tips in order to be successful at prospecting is to be a really good listener and listen to people's pain points. Everybody loves to talk about themselves. Let them talk about themselves and then go and solve their problem. Now, tip number 3 is a little bit different. It is actually giving them the wording. It's giving you the wording to use in order to prospect successfully. When I started using these words, would it be okay? Amazing things started to happen. The spam level, the reserve, the reserve that people put up, those all went away. So let me give you some examples of would it be okay. Would it be okay if I shared with you what I'm doing in my business? Would it be okay if I showed you how these products could change your life? Would it be okay if I showed you a video that can describe what I'm doing? Do you hear that? Would it be okay? And it just kind of takes the guard down off of people. Guys, those 4 words, would it be okay, have been a game changer for my business. I challenge you to use those words when you are prospecting. And that leads me to tip number 4 is give them an out. Let them know that it's okay. So would it be okay for me to show you what I'm doing in my business? And if not, no big deal, right? I gave them an out. Would it be okay to share with you how I've made an additional income stream if it doesn't interfere with your business? And if you're not interested, no big deal. I gave them an out, all right? Like, that's huge, and that is a game changer because it just takes away that spamminess. All right, attached I have a video to this that talks about how I've recruited 20 people in 20 days, and I go into more tips on how I'm able to, be a master recruiter. So make sure you watch that video. I'll link it here after you're done crafting this. And then my bonus tip that I have for you goes back to the timing that we talked about. Know that fortune is in the follow-up. If somebody says that they're not interested, they're not interested now, but it doesn't mean that they're not going to be interested later. And so that's what I mean when fortune is in the follow-up. You need to be taking notes, taking names, writing down, being organized in who you're prospecting, because no does not mean no, it means not now. The timing is not right. But what ends up happening is people have a cycle. It's usually about 3 or 4 months where things start to change. And so if you are following back up and you might hit them 3 or 4 months later, start that conversation again, you never know where they might be in their life, and they might be more open to the opportunity, right? And so the fortune is definitely in the follow-up. And what I've got for you is my daily goal worksheet. It's going to help you get organized. It's going to help you spell out what tasks you need to be doing in your business in order to go through social media. So in the description, I've got for you a free resource, a free worksheet for you, and just print it out, go through it every single day. You will copy the notes of the people that you've prospected, and then you will have that out there for you so that you can have the fortune and then the follow-up that we're talking about. And now my question of the day for you is, what do you find to be the most challenging when it comes to prospecting in your network marketing business? Put it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And as always, this is Julie Reynolds with another episode of Julie Reynolds TV. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you never miss out.